Welcome to Second Cup, a short time of devotion provided for you by Pleasant Valley Church of Christ in Little Rock, Arkansas. My name is Kathy Carter, and I'm a member at PV, and I'm also director of the Heartfelt Ministries program. Heartfelt Ministries is a women's program that's based on Titus 2, which charges older women with mentoring younger women. But guess what? I am not going to talk about heartfelt today. Shocker, right? I know. When you hear that Kathy Carter is speaking, you pretty well figure it's going to be about heartfelt, because that is a great passion of mine. But today, I have something different I want to talk to you about, and some different things for you to consider. So, we'll see how this goes. Over the last 3 months, I've done some self-evaluation. Well, when you're old as I am, that takes a lot of time, and that's a lot of evaluating. But it's been very interesting. The things I, kind of knew about myself, but it's been even more emphasized during the last 3 months. On March the 10th, when I left my little 3-day-a-week job at school, my school where I work, I thought, well, okay, we're getting ready for spring break. Kind of rumors have been going around that the school might be canceled for a little while. And so I thought, well, we'll probably get next week off, and the next week after that, spring break. And so we'll be back, at the end of March or 1st of April. Well, wow. Little did I know that it was going to be so extended. And little did any of us know what was going to be happening. And that here we are in July almost. And it's still going on. But anyway, lots of anxiety and worry was happening at that time. And I was just thinking, oh my goodness, what is happening in this world? And I found out in myself, I love to learn. It's just a thing that I've always had in my life, that I just love to learn. And so with the pandemic, I wanted to know everything there was to know about COVID-19. I would turn on Fox and CNN and listen to Dr. Fauci and all the experts and all the health experts. I love hearing all that and trying to learn about, what to expect and how we can be careful about, saving ourselves and helping ourselves not to contract that virus. And it was just, I was anxious. And every day I needed to watch, at 1:30, my friend Eddie is a deaf interpreter for the governor here in Arkansas. So I watched him every day because he does such great interpreting and getting the needed information over to our deaf community. And then I would go home and I'd turn on Cuomo because I needed to know what was happening in New York, right? Well, anyway, that evening I was studying for my Zoom Bible class that I was attending on Mark. And I was reading the scriptures, and all of a sudden, it was just like I needed to read Philippians 4. And so I read Philippians 4. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. God was talking to me. Blessed be the words of the Lord. Throughout the Bible, God talks to us about, don't worry, I'm there with you. Trust me. I am trustworthy. I'm very trustworthy. Trust me. And why we cannot get that through our human minds and brains, I'm not sure. But every human being on this earth seems like has struggled with that. And it must be so frustrating for God. He keeps saying, I'm here. I'm for you. Listen, just do what I tell you to do. Obey. But we still have to be reminded. It takes me to a time when about 40 years ago, maybe not quite 40, but close to it, I'm standing at my kitchen sink washing dishes, and I'm talking to a friend of mine on the phone. And next to me on the kitchen counter is my little 2-year-old baby, Kelly. And she's sitting there on the counter, and she's kind of playing in the water a little bit. I'm talking to my friend on the phone, and in the background I hear mommy, 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 mommy. But you know, I have 3 kids under 7, and so I hear that 24/7, and I was kind of ignoring that. And all of a sudden, I have 2 little hands that cut my face like this, and in not so gentle of a manner, my head is turned toward Kelly, and her face is right here, and she goes, in that sweet little voice that I can hear today, she goes, "Mommy, listen." And I knew at that point, I was so convicted. I was listening to the world, and I was ignoring a voice so much more important. And it was my baby then, and it's God now. I had been ignoring his voice. God tells us, don't be anxious. Don't be anxious about anything. Anxiety is forbidden. Peace is commanded. It's kind of God's own version of, don't worry, be happy. I love that sentiment. And how does that happen? We have to be near to God. We draw near to God and listen to his words. So friends, be safe. Be smart. Wear a mask. But listen to God. Life will be so much easier. May the God of peace and grace be with all of you. Love you.